So, welcome back to our series of videos on TI Browser. So, in the last video, we took a little closer look at the kind of the UI demo that's installed by default when you create a new account. One of the nice features of the portal is that there's samples that you can kind of install to your little working area here, and then look at those samples to kind of see some of the more advanced features of TI Browser. There's a few samples here, and we're going to be working to add a lot more just because I personally love working with samples. It's a great way to see how things are done. So let's just show you how to use it. So what we're going to do is just start with um, this Animate demo. Since we've already got the Hello World installed, which is kind of a prerequisite for all the other demos, all we have to do is click this Animate demo. And what it does is creates this folder and copies some files into that folder. Now, the only thing you need to do yourself, and this is kind of a key part, is we have to update this index.xml, because what we saw was when we hit view demo, it hits the portal, grabs this index.xml, and displays it as a UI. So now what we've done is added this animate demo, but it automatically creates a folder for you in your portal account and copies the necessary files over. But what it doesn't do is update this index.xml, so we have to go in and do that manually. And it's just a good way to get to know the XML editor anyway. So what we see here are a bunch of commented out rows for each of the samples that we've got. So all you really need to do is uncomment the samples that you've installed. So we've just installed this Animate demo. So all we need to do is uncomment this, hit save, and then reload our portal page. And now we'll see the Animate demo table view row that is now showing up. So this is pretty much identical to the Hello World entry, except on this one we have the app root set. So this is the Animate folder in our portal that we saw before. So here, this is the Animate folder. Um, so this app root property is referencing that. So after this app root property is set, any posts or gets that we have are relative to this directory. So that just makes it kind of easy so that we don't have to put animate all over the place as part of the path up to the file we're talking about. Then if you want to change directories, it's very easy because we don't have any references to this animate path. So what we do now is hit animate demo. So now what we see is we've got another kind of UI demo. What we can do is hit animate down, animate up. So what we're seeing is now this is a little variation on just creating a screen from scratch, is that instead of creating a new screen, what we're doing is modifying the screen that's already there. And that's another feature of TI Browser. You don't have to always create a brand new screen and display it. What you can do is, the XML that comes down can have instructions on how to modify the UI that it knows is already there. So that's exactly what we're seeing here is we hit animate down. So you can see the little activity. When we hit animate down, it's hitting the portal, it's getting some XML, and that XML says animate that label down to a certain position over a certain duration, and then that takes effect. Then we can hit animate up, and the same thing happens. So this is a good example of two things: how you can install some of these samples and get some more information on how TI Browser works, and the fact that when you get more XML coming down from the response from an action, that it doesn't have to necessarily simply open a new screen. It can modify a screen that's already there. So in the next video demo, what we'll see is we'll go a little more into this Animate demo, and just see how that works and just some of the structure of these demos so that you can kind of take a look at the other demos and learn from them. So see you in the next video.